Hello and welcome to the Coaching Life. I am your coach, Gail Walker, CEO of GAH Consulting. Today is episode 1 and tip number 1 of 17. And this is for small businesses and entrepreneurs who are doing business online. So whether you are selling a product or you're selling a service, doesn't matter. This tip is for you. So let's get a little bit of things out of the way. This is The Coaching Life, and The Coaching Life is a new series on our Build It Nation television network. So not only are we on social media, we're also online, we're on SoundCloud, we have a podcast, and we are about to release to the world our network that is at www.builditnation.live. So if you want to become a guest on the show, feel free to go to builditnation.live and complete your form to become a guest, and any of the 6 areas that we provide content for. And if you would like to be a content creator, if you are a content creator already, and your content is for entrepreneurs or small businesses or for professionals, then feel free to submit your work for review to see if we will accepted to be a part of the Build It Nation network. Okay, so today is tip number 1, and tip number 1 is about learning from your customers. Okay, learning from your customers. It's really important and it's extremely vital that you take the feedback that you get from your customers into consideration at all times, be they negative or positive. It does not matter. What matters is that you are paying attention to what they're saying and that they can see that you are taking an active role in um, putting something in place to solve whatever the situation is that they told you about. So whether it had something to do with the quality of your product, the quality of your service, the lack of customer service, if there was a mishap, whatever it is that the feedback that they gave you, you want to take that into consideration. You want to listen to them as they're talking to you and they're telling you the various things that, is on their mind. Take it into consideration. Okay. One of the main things that we want to make sure that you do is you need to have a system that you have in place to make sure that all communication that you're having with your customers, that you have a system of making sure that all that information is coming in and it's being filed in the different areas. What it can be by um, problem areas, or it can just be you have it structured in a way of, depending on what avenue the feedback came from, the communication from the customer came from. It could be, you could break it down in that way. So if it's social media, you break it down by the different social medias, because each social media platform, don't forget, each social media platform provides you with a communication mechanism. And you can take all that information that they gave you, and you can pull that information into your system so that you can take the information and turn it into data, data that you can analyze and that you can begin to proactively do something about all the different feedback that you've been getting from your customers, because they want to they want to know that you are taking them seriously. They want to know that you are looking into making some changes that they're requesting. So, whether or not you're going to do it soon or later or whatever, make sure that you're communicating with the customers. Once they send you feedback, engage with them. So, it's not only learning from your customers and listening to them, you also want to engage with them, right? Listen first, then engage, right? When you engage, you're engaging in response to whatever it is that they said, so that you let them know that you were listening, right? Because what you want to make sure that you're not doing is you're constantly spending money to market a product or service that's mediocre, that the customers are complaining about, because then you're wasting money. That money can be best spent somewhere else, right? It can be best spent on bettering, your service lines. So whether it's, you know, um, the people putting money into training or customer service or whatever the issues are, or on the product side, putting money into getting better products, right? Because better products, happier customers. So there's no reason to keep spending more and more and more money into marketing for products that in the long run, it's not going to serve you very well. You may get one customer that purchases it, but if most of the customers are complaining, if anyone pays attention to the reviews for the product, then there's going to be a problem there, because they're going to see that there's a disconnect, and that that your product is mediocre, but you still want to sell that product. And so, they can either take what you have, or they can go somewhere else. So my thing is take the feedback that your customers are giving you, so that you can improve upon your product and or services, so that your product ratings can improve and your sales can improve. If your products improve, your sales will improve. If your service improves, your sales will improve, right? And that means you're building a better brand, because better product, great service builds brands, right? That adds to longevity. That will ensure that your company gets to stay strong. They live to say to sell another day. They live to sell another year, right? So just focus on listening, and then engaging, and then improving, right? Because you should always be working towards improving your product lines, improving your service lines, improving your customer service, and improving your customer experience, right? It's really important that you focus on your customer experiences at all times, and encourage your customers to communicate with you through product reviews, through your social media accounts, any avenue that you have out there for them to communicate with you, your website. Make sure that you're telling them that you want that feedback. You want them to talk to you. So ask them questions. Ask them questions that are open-ended, not closed-ended, so that they're not giving you yes or no answers. Ask questions, do surveys, do different things that will allow them to be able to communicate with you and tell you what they think, what they feel, what they want, what they need. Okay, so tip number one: Learn from your customer by listening and engaging. And always, always, always work on making your product and your services and your service lines better, your product better, your services better, and your customer experience better. Because if those are better, that means your sales are going to go up and your brand is going to get stronger. This is Gail Walker of The Coaching Life. I want you to continue to learn, continue to build, and continue to succeed. Have a good day, and I'll talk with you again tomorrow. Bye bye.